All right. Let me get this tripod centered. This is really like up close. And I am not a live expert, so we're just going to deal with it and um, we'll probably have to move the cards out of the way. But anyway, good evening. And you may be watching this not live, so good morning, good afternoon, whenever you decide to watch this. Welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy, and tonight live, I am going to do this week's universal guidance because this morning I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off, so I wasn't able to do the weekly reading. So anyway, this reading is good from November the 20th through November 26th. I'll try not to cough too much. My cough has been getting better, but I do have my moon water with me. So we're going to do something a little different since this is live. I'm going to draw from 3 different decks. The first deck, we're going to look at the card of the week, what you should focus on, what you should avoid. We'll then clarify those cards, and then we'll draw one oracle message. I'm going to take a quick sip of water, so my apologies. That's the thing about going live. I can't pause it real quick, so my apologies for that. Let me leave the lid off. So anyway, before we begin, who loves malachite? Me. Anyway, for those of you that don't know, my primary business is a metaphysical store. I sell crystals and sage, other metaphysical products, as well as Reiki, tarot readings, and such. So, I'm going to be releasing a video later on this evening. So some of you might not see it till tomorrow morning. I'll be releasing it here as well as on Facebook if you follow me there. And I am going to tell you how you, if you live in the United States, can win this beautiful, free-form, hand-polished piece of malachite from the Republic of Congo. This thing weighs 12.4 ounces and is valued at $170, and it can be yours for free. Seriously, I am giving this away on Christmas Eve. Details will come in a video. Excuse me, I'm getting excited. Details will come in a video. Like I said, I'll be releasing that probably. If I don't release it later on this evening, because it is going on 8 o'clock here, it will be released first thing tomorrow morning. So make sure you either watch it here or on Facebook if you want this stunning, and I'm sorry about the glare, if you want this stunning piece of malachite. Isn't it beautiful? And I mean, you can tell this baby was hand polished. It is a free form, which means this is how it came out of the earth. And the reason it's hand polished, for those of you that don't know, malachite, when it's wet, is poisonous. So you can handle raw malachite as long as your hands aren't wet. So when you polish malachite, it has to be done by hand. So this has been hand polished. So I am going to set this off to the side since we seem to be really limited on space. And I am also going to move these cards out of the way. This deck is called, hold on, let me grab it. This is from the Ancestors and Oracle deck, so we'll get to that last. And these will be our clarifying. Whoops, got cards falling out all over the place. Excuse me. It's like, great, once I get started coughing, I can't stop. I don't know, stupid allergies or something. Okay, so as I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 3 cards, card of the week, what you should focus on, what you should avoid. Normally we do pick a card, but that's kind of hard on the live. At the end of the reading, for those of you who don't normally watch, I do usually a 2-minute distance Reiki hug. And I am a Reiki master teacher, and I send distance Reiki. I'll usually play either this crystal or Tibetan bowls. And I send 2 minutes of distance Reiki for whatever you need. We're going to do it a little differently tonight since we're live. You're probably not going to be able to see a lot of it because I don't have a lot of space on this desk. but I am going to do a 3-minute Reiki hug. The first minute, I'm going to send Reiki specifically for physical healing. Then I will send it for emotional healing for 1 minute. Then I will send it for spiritual healing for 1 minute. Excuse me. I am sorry. And I had put all the cards away, and I want to hit them with the, not literally hit them, but clean them with the tincture bells. They've already been cleansed with sage. But let's get a good reading. And I will apologize. My nails look atrocious. I've always had my own nails when they were long, but I always get acrylic on top of them just so they wouldn't break. But I'm trying to give them a break, and some of the stuff came off, so it looks really hideous. But I'm not going to go pay like $40 to have it removed. So it's going to come off naturally, so you're going to have to bear with me until it does so. All right, everybody. So these cards are really thick stock, so I need to break it up into pieces. Now, I always talk about, I'm so lost because it's live. I always talk about whether a video resonates or not. And for those of you who don't watch, I'm a terrible shuffler this way. Cards will fly all over the place. So it's a little easier for me to control it back here. So my apologies. If the reading doesn't resonate, please don't freak out. Don't send me a nasty email. Don't think that tarot's fake. It's not going to resonate with everybody because I can't connect to everybody's energy. So you can always come back later in the week, or you can sign up for a personal reading. Now, if the reading does resonate with you, I want you to take, whoops, wrong hand. Take your right hand. So your right hand, place it on your heart, take a deep breath in and say, yes, I claim this reading for myself. And what that does is that basically affirms to the universe that whether the message is good or bad, which we hope it's good, that you accept it. Now, for those of you, again, who are new, this is not a love and light reading. Hopefully it is, but it's not rainbows and butterflies and unicorns. I read the cards as they're drawn. If the cards are great, wonderful. If they're terrible, I'm going to tell you like it is. If you're looking for a fake reading, this is not the channel for you, okay? And I'm really trying hard not to cough, but sometimes it does get the better of me. All right, so the first card we're going to look at this today, and it's weird not to say pick a card, is the card of the week. All right, so this is your overall energy this week. And justice. All right, so let's talk about the justice card as far as your card of the overall energy of the week. This is a karma card, okay? This is, and what's kind of cool is you see there's a sword here, which swords in tarot deal with intellect, logic. And the justice card is trying to tell you that you're going to have a very, very, very important decision to make this week, and that it's going to come with long-term effects, okay? So you got to make sure that whatever decision you make, that you're standing in integrity, okay? So if the decision doesn't feel right in your gut, you need to reflect on it. Whether you meditate, maybe make a list of what's good or bad, that's up to you, but you need to feel it in your heart, in your gut, and in your brain that yes, this decision is good, because as I said, this is a karma card, okay? Whatever decision you make, as I said, it's got long-term effects. If it's a good decision, then that's going to negate some past karma. However, if you make a wrong decision, not only is it not going to negate past karma, but it's going to carry forward. So you may receive the lesson again in this lifetime or possibly another. So it is just important that you really take your time in choosing whatever this decision is or whatever this choice is that you've got to make. And just make sure at the end of the day, like this character in the card, you know, they've got the scales of justice there, so balance. They're standing nice and straight, showing confidence. And this kind of reminds me of the eagle, what is it, the phoenix rising from the ashes. And then the sword, as I said, which is integrity. Um, and then you see the colors down here, the black and white. Excuse me. And she's kind of standing in the middle of that. So a decision might not necessarily be black and white. You may have to stand, as you see her feet, one foot is in the black and one foot is in the white. So you might have to play that gray area a little bit. But as long as you're coming from the heart space, that you're making this choice for the good of all involved, not just for you, of all involved this week, the karma is going to be great. Okay, so we'll clarify that in a moment. Let's go ahead and talk about what you should focus on this week. And the card you got is, and actually, I'm going to put this beautiful piece of malachite out here. I don't know if I can, I'm going to put my K2 pyramid behind it. There we go. So you can kind of, oops, it's not going to work. There we go. Okay. As long as I don't shake, when I do the bowls, I'll have to set that down so I don't break it. Okay, excuse me again. So what you want to focus on this week is the Ace of Swords. Look at that, another sword. So we have the sword over here. All right, so focus this week is all about truth and justice and new ideas, new causes, whether it's, a cause or, a fight, not necessarily like a fight, but like, when you get into like maybe social issues or things like that, something that you're willing to go the bat for. But this is definitely a new decision that you really need to focus on with this week. And that really does play nicely into the energy of the week because we said you had a choice to make. So, I mean, this doesn't get much better than this. And, this like little smoke kind of symbolizes the universe. So this is a really major decision, which we already know that because this is a court card. But the focus needs to be on the new ideas. Okay. So whatever this decision is, you might have to think outside the box a little bit. You might have to think outside of your norms. And like we have in the picture, the scales here of justice, you're going to have to weigh all these different things, the good and the bad, but for not just yourself, but the concern of anybody that it affects, whether it's a person, place, or a thing. Okay, so you've got to focus on the new, but using your head. This is a lot of logic, a lot of thought has got to go into whatever this choice is that you have to make this week. So focus, focus, focus. Okay. All right, let's move on and talk about what you need to avoid this week, which is always a nice thing to know. And we'll show it upright. So this is the 8 of Pentacles, but we got it in, or I should say you got it in reverse. And the universe is saying, don't bite off more than you can chew. Okay, which, can really affect whatever this decision you make, because you have to remember, when we make decisions, and that's anything in life, and whether it's like, you start piling on these other things and you're not taking this decision lightly, what's going to happen? This is not going to go good. And remember, we said this is a karma card. All right. The decision you make is going to either negate some previous karma or it's going to keep rolling forward. All right. So avoid biting off more than you can chew. It's okay to say no. Say it with me. No. Not that hard. It's one syllable. No. And you can be nice about it. No. So no. Delegate. or say, you know what, I can't do this now. I can do it maybe in a week or two. But it's really vital. The universe, I mean, there's not a whole lot more to say about this card. The universe is just want you to know, like they're going to shake you. If your guardian angel or something was here, they'd be like, hey, you, say no. Don't bite off more than you can chew, because if you do, it is not going to be good. Okay? All right, so we're going to clarify now with the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Well, at least today I don't have any excuses that, when I'm sitting here going, or can't remember, oh, I haven't had coffee yet. It's too late for that now, okay? That malachite, who's it calling to? I'm really serious. Somebody's going to win that on Christmas Eve. It won't be shipped till the 26th of December, and I cover the shipping, so that malachite can be yours if and only if you really want it to be. So if you want that malachite, I think we're shuffled good enough there. You can manifest it, okay? So let's go ahead. We'll put these over here. All right. And when I originally got this desk, I love my desk. I didn't want anything too big, which, I could always use bigger but then the thing is with the tripod, if I pull this out too far, then I have a hard time reaching. And I don't want like a GoPro, because then y'all will get seasick and won't watch me anymore because I'll be bebopping around. So anyway, all right, so let's clarify your card of the week. Okay, very nice. Knight of Wands. This fits perfectly, my friends. The Knight of Wands is all about taking action. This is the guy who's ready to go for it. Wands indicates travel, and it can be physical travel, but travel doesn't always necessarily mean physical. It can mean on your life path, your spiritual journey, your career path. There's all ways of moving forward. Excuse me, let me take some moon water. Sorry if you heard that. But the thing about the Knight is that, all right, they're telling you, yeah, you have to take action. This decision cannot be put off, okay? Cannot be put off. But you need to remember with this guy, while he's all gung-ho and ready to charge, he can be hasty. So don't rush into anything without thinking. So, we talked about, focusing on new ideas. It's really critical that whatever this decision you have to make or this choice that you have to make this week, that you do your due diligence. And as I said, come from the heart, use your intuition, but you also need to make sure that you're using that intellect. Sorry, when I came home this evening, it was really dark out, and it's raining out now, so I heard some noise. I was like, what is that? Excuse me. So this week, decision or a choice you have to make, it's karmic related, okay? Don't be hasty. Take your time, dot your I's, cross your T's, and then you'll be okay. Oh, sorry about that. So now let's talk about on what you need to focus on. Well, clarify your focus. We said that, it's going to be all about truth and justice, which makes sense with the Justice card, and all about truth, that it was going to be new ideas, new causes. Awesome. Oh, sorry. I always get excited when the cards just line up perfectly. So sorry. Sorry, not sorry. The Five of Cups. Okay. I love Cups cards anyway, because I'm a Cancer, and Cancerians are very emotional people, and Cups are all about emotions. The Five of Cups is saying that you need to focus on letting go of the old, okay? And that makes so much sense because what did we say? New ideas. And the universe is clarifying old ideas, old ways of thinking, old solutions got to go. Okay? This is a time for new ideas, new ways of thinking, new ways of problem solving. It's that critical thinking. Okay? So, focus on if you're trying to make this decision, making this choice, and you find it you're getting into old thought patterns, stop. Stop right there. Take a couple deep breaths, walk away, whatever it is. If the old thought patterns pop into your head here, you need to turn around and look for into the present and look into the future for these new solutions. Okay? Great card to go for that. Great clarifying. All right, so we had as far as what you should be aware or what you should avoid was biting off more than you can chew, which, really makes a lot of sense. And that's every day, So let's see what cards you got to clarify. And the King of Pentacles. Okay, court cards. Y'all know I'm not crazy about court cards because they have so many different meanings. This one, however, this isn't you. This is somebody in your life or somebody that's pertaining to this decision over here. Okay. This is going to be an older male figure. He is most likely an earth sign. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. This guy, as I said, he's very mature. People respect him and look up to him. He does not take risks. He is not a risk taker. He knows the outcome, not by necessarily intuition or psychic abilities. He knows the outcomes because he's done his research, he's laid the groundwork, and he knows what he wants and he knows how to get it. All right. He is very principled in nature. This is the guy that if you rush this or you don't make the right decision, this guy's going to be a pain in your bleep. Excuse me, I'm sorry. He is going to be a thorn in your side. One of those people that I told you so. You should have done this. Why did you do that? You should have known not to do this. And what makes it worse is that he's right. Okay? So I'm not saying to avoid him. I am saying you need to avoid biting off more than you can chew so you're not making the incorrect decision. Because this guy is somehow involved, whether it's a father figure or, just somebody that you've confided in. It could be somebody directly tied to whatever this choice is or what decision you make. Because remember, I said it needs to be this decision for the highest good of everybody involved. So this guy may be directly tied, but whatever it is, this guy is going to be a thorn in your side if, you bite off more than you could chew and you make this wrong decision. Okay? He is not going to be happy with you. And as much as you like him or love him, you're going to just be like, oh, and that's just going to make it worse. And, there's nothing worse than somebody saying, and he's not doing it to be mean or like I told you so. This guy is flexing his knowledge, so to speak, that, as I said, he's not a risk taker. And he's probably told you, well, you shouldn't do it this way. He might not have told you how to do it, but he's most likely told you how you shouldn't have done it. Or, maybe he has pointed you in a direction. So it's coming from that, just the validation of himself that, yeah, he's right. He knows it's right. He doesn't take risks and he's principled. I said that already. Okay. So have patience with this guy. If you feel you get frustrated, just remember that's who he is and he can't change that. And you know what? Sometimes having somebody like that in your life can be a good thing. You just got to go with the flow. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get an oracle message. And these cards are super stiff. I'm not going to be able to shuffle them that way. It's too difficult. So this is called, what was this deck called? The Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. It's by Kyle Gray. I really like his stuff. He's a certified angel guide. And his stuff is just really, really, it's nice. I mean, it's not anything dark, or anything of that nature. So, okay. So we're just going to take the top card, if I can get it. And we're going to set this deck off to the side. I'm piling these cards over here, and I hope they don't fall. All right. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and see what cards you got. And the oracle message for you, traveler. Okay, remember we talked about travel here, that it doesn't necessarily mean physical travel. I mean, I know for those of us in the United States, a lot of people travel for the upcoming holiday. But this says, move in a new direction. Move in a new direction. Oh my gosh, this just is such a great card. This is like clarifying everything, if you think about it, because we talked about, moving and taking action without being hasty, and that you need to move out of the past and into the present and be open to these new thoughts, new ideas, new ways. And as I said, travel doesn't have to be physical travel. It can be travel, in our relationships. It can be travel in our career, our spiritual path, our health, whatever. There's lots of things, lots of travel in our life. So, this is like the exclamation point here. Move in a new direction. So if you make the correct choice, this is going to be great for your life path, for your spiritual path, because it's going to, as I said, this is going to negate some of that karma. We all have bad karma, whether it's from this lifetime or another. But this decision, this choice is definitely going to help you move forward on your path in life, on your spiritual journey. All right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, I know, as I said, Thursday is a holiday here in the United States. I will be doing the Friday reading. I'm going to try to do it first thing in the morning. We'll see how that goes, but I will definitely be doing the Friday reading. I'm off from work, so if I'm not in a turkey coma. All right, so I'm going to move these cards, and we're going to do our Reiki healing session live. I'm going to I'm going to walk you through it, excuse me. So I'm going to go grab 3 bowls. I'm going to use the root chakra for the physical healing. I'm going to use the heart chakra for emotional healing, and I'm going to use the crown chakra for spiritual healing. So give me 1 second while I do that. Go ahead, make sure your phones are on silent, okay? You don't want to be disturbed. And give me 1 second, because this root chakra bowl, you probably can't see it too well, is huge. So I'm probably going to have to stand up and play, because otherwise the tripod is going to get knocked over. Okay, I'm going to move that piece of malachite. And we need a heart chakra bowl. So once you go ahead and have that cell phone on silent, I want you to go ahead and get comfortable. Close your eyes. And I want you to focus on breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feeling the natural rise and fall of your chest. And I want you to start at the top of your head. All right. I want you to make sure there's no tension in the brow. Releasing all stress. Make sure that your jaw is unclenched. Your teeth are relaxed. Your tongue's relaxed. Breathing in and out, moving down to the shoulders, down to your arms, your hands, and your fingertips, letting it all go. Your chest and back. Working down to your midsection, still feeling the rise and fall from your breathing. Your hips, your thighs, let it all go, all melt away. Down to your knees, your ankles, your feet, and your toes. Nice and relaxed. I want you to think. I don't want you to think. I want you just to relax and let the healing happen. Between the Reiki and the sound, because each bowl has a certain note. This is 432 frequency, which is the frequency of the universe. It is excellent for healing. So you're getting frequency healing. You're getting sound healing from the notes and Reiki. We're going to start with physical healing for 1 minute. Emotional healing. Spiritual healing. your time coming back into the present moment. Wiggle those fingers and toes. Slowly open your eyes whenever you're ready. Nice and relaxed. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Again, don't forget, tomorrow morning, I'm definitely going to release it tomorrow morning. The malachite details how you can win that 12.4 ounce, $170 worth of malachite. Can be all yours. Check that out tomorrow on YouTube and Facebook. And have a happy Thanksgiving to those in the U.S. celebrating. Be safe. Eat lots of turkey. Take lots of naps. And I will see you on Friday morning with our email from our guardian angel. So with that being said, go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.